With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
You got time right there. Wage 3, 2, 18, chopper.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the counter. It's Allen, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 52, slant at 43.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Under 10, 10. Check 15, check 15.
Mahomes going to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Ken Houston. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will have a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, Rice. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Allen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And some space here. And this will be a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot when you have all those people bearing down on you. Probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball, give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to train.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marcus Allen, 79 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. And a huge play that time. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 4th down, Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a carry for Allen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
On 3rd down, Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's through at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 16 yards, a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marcus Allen, the one he was hoping to get in space, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Sacked there by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Sets up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set, 20.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Brooks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 55 months, 55.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hope. fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
25 yards to pick up there.